Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Consortium Interregnum. Are you guys excited?
Yeah, I'm hyped.
We're hyped. It's been
Nice.
a week. I wish to engage in the dungeoning of my dragons.
Mm-hmm. Are you all leveled up?
Yeah, if we're level 11,
Yeah, it
Yep.
should be.
hell yeah.
Good. Um, so last time you guys fought a bear, right?
Mm-hmm.
We did fight a bear.
That
We
was a
did.
trick question. You guys didn't fight a bear.
Yeah, god damn
It
it!
had bear in it.
It had bear in it and around it, and some parts scattered as it gnawed it to shreds.
Yep.
And then I
So you're going down a river.
have we rested since then, or
I believe so, yeah. We took a rest
Yeah. You'd
there.
be able to take a long rest afterwards. You'll need to camp a couple of times. Um,
okay?
and you guys are, if I bring you back, um, you are pretty close. Because you got a little bit further than this. So you're at the point in the river, and where you see a large island, and the river kind of goes off in two opposite directions. And the town, the city that you're looking to go to, is actually at the far end. It's not at the close one. So what you'll need to do is make it there, and we've still got a couple of rolls to make. Um, Bread to take out of the oven, the usual stuff.
Yep.
Oh, did I leave my oven on?
Fuck. Gotta go, guys. The oven's on. No, I left it off. Just to trick Connor. I turned it on. Just to spite Austin.
All right, just for giggles, can you guys give me a highs or lows?
You already know the
Fine.
answer of this question.
Yeah, but there's going to be one point you guys are going to say the other one, and it's going to dramatically change everything.
What did
It's not going to be today. Can we get much higher?
So high. Kanye has ruined this campaign.
Yep.
Yes. Scoop
What happened to your cat and why is he drowning in your laundry? Connor, explain.
Oh, I already did before the fucking game.
Oh, is your cat dead now?
No, my cat. I put the laundry on my bed before we started this shit, and he wasn't even, uh, you know, in the laundry. However, he managed to burrow himself in. I do not know why.
Now he is an article of your clothing.
Yeah, I thought I could, like, maybe fold clothes while playing this game. No, that ain't happening. Not while he's in there. He's swimming. Anyway.
All right. So, what happens? Exciting. I could bring it up. See if I can find them. I'll say it's a good thing you guys said highs. You got a pretty high roll.
Nice.
And I have something for a high roll.
Oh boy.
Ooh.
What does that mean?
We're about to get much higher, boys.
I'm forgetting
We
their
walked
name.
into a forest fire near a cannabis farm.
So one thing I will say is like kind of towards like the mouth of the river, there were farms. But once you started getting more than, very very soon after you left, the farms kind of stopped, and you haven't seen any farms recently. So finding number one, a marijuana farm, number two, one that's on fire in one of the most damp places in the entire world, in this particular area,
Entirely localized in our living room.
is pretty funny. But believe it or not, though, the hardest, the thing about it that's the most crazy is the fact that it's on fire.
Oh, the red eye marijuana plantation. It's been a rough time since it's caught on perpetual fire.
This one. Why can I not find their name anywhere?
One day, Tom will find that name.
No, it's like really annoying how it's not showing up. Did I dream this monster?
Yes.
What?
It came
It is
to
a
you in a
dream.
dream.
All right, give me a second here. We'll cut this out. I'm just kidding. We're not
Wait.
gonna cut it out. We're just
I believe in you, Tom.
Tasura, monologue. Hurry.
tell them to skip ahead.
Once upon a time, I thought that I was a real person. I thought that like I had like people who cared about me, people who trusted in me.
This
But-
is depressing. Austin, monologue.
It's like I can't believe that Tasura is actually Descartes. That's crazy.
I found this cool bug on the ground. It's pretty cool, guys.
And then it died, and then I became super depressed.
No.
And then it became a ghost bug, and now it haunts my dreams.
No, it's just a normal bug.
Ghost bug, way of the samurai. Any.
I also got flashlights.
You shouldn't have mentioned bugs. Now I'm thinking about Og though.
I actually did get flashlights, like those tactical ones, with like, those fucking memes of like you shot
The ones that like
them
burn
down
their
the
retinas
way.
out.
Yeah, and the one with the like disintegrating baby. I actually got one of those kind of flashlights. They're bright too, so like the LED ones.
I want one of those flashlights that is just like so bright that it burns out the bulb in like a span of like a couple seconds and just incapacitates a person. Just have a localized laser beam.
If your flashlight can't melt ants, then what's the point?
Honestly,
Can flashlights usually melt ants?
the good ones can.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Like you have those flashlights that have like fans in them so that they don't overheat.
What are you talking about?
You haven't seen one of those?
I've never seen a flashlight that can overheat. What are you
There are
talking about?
tactical flashlights that like go in and they sound like there's like a wind turbine like spinning up.
That sounds incredibly not useful. It doesn't sound very tactical if it's so loud. If it's as loud as a fucking wind turbine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but they're powerful. Maybe the tactic is distraction.
I mean, if that's the tactic, then it would be pretty fucking good.
Hey, I don't care if these flashlights are real. I want you to. I don't care if they're real or not. Either way, it sounds like Steven's being gaslit, and it's really funny.
I found them. And what I basically had to do in order to find these things
You found the
is
tactical flashlight?
just go up into like the bestiary, set it to the one thing that I knew they have, and scroll down. I don't know why people don't use these. They're pretty cool.
The tactical flashlights?
Oh, those two. So yeah. So if I can get you guys to roll me a perception check.
Yes.
Would you like me to do so with my extremely high wisdom?
Yeah, one of you guys can. If someone else is proficient, they can give you advantage.
Yeah, I'll help you out.
All right, cool.
I won't, because I'm not proficient. Never
27.
mind. You need help anyways, you slut.
set. Yeah, no, you set. My vision is like those flashlights that burn out.
The tactical flashlights with wind turbines in them.
Exactly. What?
That is the bug that Austin found. The cat's cannon.
So, you all kind of get that feeling that you're getting watched again. And it's weird, Connar, because you look around and you're pretty sure, like, you're really good at spotting things. And you think it's out there, but you can't
If
see it.
I could use one of my wheels and woes,
Sure.
so I would have to roll with pretty dang high, I think. Also, Tom, I am in player mode. I don't know if you wanted to hide your rolls from us, but
Oh, it's not?
yeah.
Yeah, that was visible.
Oh, that's okay. As you
Well,
can see,
I
they
didn't
got
see
very
shit.
high on their stealth check.
Yeah, oh man. The fact that I can see that they got really high on their stealth check doesn't affect the results of whatever the fuck just happened. With my 28, unless someone can boost me out of nowhere.
I don't think you can do it after the fact. No.
Yeah.
No. Okay.
I'm just swapping over from Discord to Discord.
Hold on, let me check something real quick.
It's okay. It's
Discord
okay.
change.
Don't matter.
Yeah, it's not saving for no,
Yep.
All right. You guys seeing my rolls won't matter.
Yeah. Exactly.
Because usually what I do is I set it to talk to myself. And in the little thing, it usually says on there, type this in, and it's saying that it's unrecognized. And it's not saying it in the little pink thing when you first get in. Like, it's just gone.
Huh. That's really bizarre, actually.
It is. Because that's what I usually do, so that way I can see my rolls. Now, nothing's stopping me from... I guess I can use the GM ones, but I like to talk to myself one because it just automatically sets me in it. And then I don't have to... like, if I set up a macro or something, it'll run all the macros like normal, whereas you can't really do that with the GM one.
Yeah.
But that's okay. So you don't see what it is, but you all have this feeling of that something is watching you, and it is coming out of the woods.
Ruh-roh.
And we can go back temporarily to the river here.
Alright. Something is watching us, so be on our guard, fellas.
Yeah, I can feel that. It's not
Do you have
good.
to be on your guard?
On your guard.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
Hey, just wanted
You
to
don't
let
have
you
all
know, Blair, that there's a deadly fish in this water that swims right up your butt and eats all your organs.
I should try to recruit him for the Fathom Blood Skies. This sounds great.
Me.
A wayward soul who needs to find a purpose.
So you guys continue down the river while talking and being a little bit on alert.
Mm-hmm. Not Blair, though.
Um,
Blair's putting their face in the water to
Try and find the fish.
to find this fish that I made up.
If it swims up my butt, it can't swim up my mouth. So that's how I'll find it.
Highs or lows?
Oh no! Oh no!
Gosh.
Oh no! Oh no!
The
Alright,
best
give me-
outcome
give
for
me a-
you is that this
give me-
thing's not real.
give me a second.
It wasn't
Now I gotta
supposed to
do
be
something
real.
else.
It was supposed to be a bit. Oh no!
So you put your head in the water, and after a little bit, you see a quipper.
Oh, it's one of those guys.
And this one's different though. This one's got gold scales. And when you look at it, I'm assuming you say something along the lines of, like, "Hello, little guy," or something like that.
Sure, yeah.
It says hello back.
Ew,
Ah.
ew, you have green scales? And not gold like mine? My beautiful gold scales that make me better than all the other quippers in this river.
But yeah, it says hello back in common.
In common, not deep. Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, so you can just talk, little buddy. How's it going? You look absolutely splendorous with your golden scales.
Yeah, thank you. I worked really hard on them.
You you worked really hard on them? How did you gain them?
He says, well, I made a pact with, a crazy creature from the deep, and I asked to have beautiful scales.
Interesting. What was the creature from the deep, if you don't mind me asking?
He says, oh, I don't know, I just did like this little ritual thing. I dug through the sand to create a little magic circle, and a little bit of magic got put in there. And
Tom, getting cut off just makes me imagine right now a larger fish just came up and ate this thing. It's like,
Eat the creeper!
ah, yes, its golden scales made it quite visible to my fish eyes.
Connor just suggested that you getting DC'd and cut off is basically it's like the fish got eaten by a bigger fish while he was talking.
His gold scales are terrible for camouflage.
that would have been pretty funny. But no, I won't do that to you. You rolled really high. So yeah, it says I made a pact, and this is what I asked for.
Oh, interesting. What did you give in return?
What?
Yeah, it says I don't understand.
Well, what did you said you made a pact, right? So you got the scales. What did you give in return for the scales?
No,
He says I don't know if I gave anything.
no,
What do people usually give when they make pacts?
Well, there's a few different things. Sometimes it's like a mortgage. Other times it's like their souls.
It says, "Well, I don't think I don't think I had either of those before that, so I don't think I could give him a mortgage or a soul."
No. Interesting.
Blair realizing they sacrificed so much for their patron. Well, this fish, all they did was make a little magic circle, and the death god, the god of the deaths, going, "I like you. Here, have some shiny scales."
Wait, I don't know if it's my god though. Wait, did you see what do you know what the being you made a pact with looks like, or what its name is?
No, I never saw it.
What did it sound like?
I just kind of like echoed around in my head.
Did it say its name at any point?
No, and I never asked it.
Did it mention anything about being from a place called the Fathom Foot Skies?
It's a no. We didn't really like small talk.
Oh.
Like, did you want me to ask like if it was married? Like, did it have any kids? Like, I don't like what sports team? I don't know, man.
I fucking love warlocks underneath this deity. Blair. Second. Fish.
I don't even know it's my deity. It could be any deity. There's so many other deities.
Yeah. The fact that it could be yours is really funny.
He just gave us fish a really splendid. I mean, it wouldn't be out of character for him to just because he takes care of the creatures of the deep. It wouldn't be like completely out of character.
Lunu looking at Blair with their head underneath the water is like,
Yeah. And like little bubbles are coming up, so you could like tell that they're talking, but you don't know what they're talking to.
yeah, I see this little goldfish, golden scaled fish following our boat. And I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
I mean, is there anything else you're trying to like accomplish in life? Just hanging out, like what's up, little guy? Like what else do you know? If...
No, just like doing fish stuff, I guess. I'm eating. You know, I swim around. You know, there's some cool places.
Interesting. I mean, you want to, like, if you want, you can hang out with us if you want. I'll make sure to like feed you the stuff while you're like hanging out with us, and then like, whatever.
I don't think I will.
Why?
It says, sure. That probably won't cause me any problems.
Okay, I'll just get. Hold up, I have an extra bowl for this.
Wait,
We got a pretty good chef on board, so I can share some of the like stuff they give with us. You know, it's actually edible to you. Some of the braid-based stuff and all that stuff.
Blair.
He said, "Oh, he's not. This isn't like a plan to like cook and eat me, is it?"
No, not at all. No.
No, let me get this straight. You want me to swim into a cooking pot?
No, it's not
It's
cooking pot.
not a
It's
plan to eat me.
It's a glass bowl. It's not a cooking pot. We would shatter on a stove immediately.
Okay. So he swims into the bowl.
Okay. And then Blair emerges looking like a crazy person from the deep. After
Oh, good job, Blair.
your
You
head
found
underwater.
dinner. I don't have to do good berries today.
No. This is no. This little guy. Wait, what's your name, little guy?
The fish kind of opens and closes its mouth.
Glubberton.
I thought I was senile, but come on.
All right, I can come with a better name then.
Does this one even talk?
It does talk. If any of you guys have a better name for a golden fish,
Why don't you ask it its name?
I did. And he just glubbed at me. I'm not sure exactly. I don't know if it translates, is the thing.
Well, Blair's lost their marbles.
No. Watch. Wait, I think maybe you have to put your head in the bowl with him, too. Lunu, come over here. Put your head in the bowl. I know how much you love putting your face in water.
I usually do not.
No, it's fine, it's fine. He'll definitely talk to you if you put your hand in the water.
Blair, I'm getting real tired of your shit. Please release the fish.
No, he wanted to come along. I mean, he's gonna feed him. He's gonna be like a little guy with us for a bit.
Blair, if we're not going to eat this thing, then put it back in the water.
No, it's fine, it's fine. I take out some like bread from my pack. I like crumble up my hands and I put it in the bowl and you just start eating the
Okay,
little.
what's your share of bread that you just used on this fish?
It's okay. I can spare a few breadcrumbs here. It's
You
okay.
know that's going to expand its stomach. It's not good for the fish.
Is it not? That's not how that works.
It's
Yeah,
a
that
quipper.
happens.
They don't eat bread.
Yeah, no,
Do they not?
No, they're carnivores.
Quippers are carnivores.
Oh,
You just gave this thing a death sentence.
this is not kill the fish. Okay, I'm pretty sure. Okay, I scoop out the bread. Then I don't know if he hasn't eaten anything of it yet. Then I'll just like to quickly grab it. I guess
I feel like you already put it in.
I can just grab it. It's at the top of the bowl. It hasn't sank yet.
Okay, I thought you put it.
I put it in like 5 seconds ago. No. All right, fine. Okay, so I grab. What do they eat? They eat fish?
Yeah.
I guess so. All right,
people?
Yeah, what you have there is essentially they eat you know, the rumors of them eating people is usually if you have an exposed wound, then they'll come after you.
Mm.
The fact that you kept your head underwater that long and were not devoured by a school of these things is actually kind of incredible.
Well, it's because he's a little guy. He's my friend. He's not, as I said, he's not food. He's my friend. He's just a guy, you know?
I'm gonna... Alright, Blair, I'm gonna humor
Speak
you.
with animals.
I'm gonna humor you, and I'm going to put my head in the bowl. I'm gonna put my face in the water, and then I'm going to cast cure disease, lesser restoration, to prevent myself from getting some sort of terrible disease from the water.
All right,
All
sure.
right. You put your head in the bowl,
Mhm.
and it's kind of like your head's underneath the waters. You open it up. The bowl's like it's like there's really only enough room for like your head and the fish.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like off to the side.
Mhm.
It doesn't like it doesn't attack you, and it kind of like moves over. But you don't hear anything. Its mouth just kind of opens and closes like what fish do.
I say, hello, fish.
Its mouth opens and closes. It doesn't seem to look at you in a way that makes it thinks like it's listening to you.
Okay.
Maybe cast speak with animals?
I raise my head up. I cast speak with animal on the fish.
Do you put your head back in the water?
Yeah. Hello, Mr. Fish.
All right, it says. Look, I know you just cast speak with animal on me. You don't need to do that. I can talk without it. I'm trying to mess with this person. All right. I have one thing in life, and that is going up to boats that pass through here, telling one person in the entire group that I can talk, and then convincing the entire rest of the group that they're crazy. And you go and cast speak with animals and ruin it.
I will not. Here's the thing, I'm the only one who can understand
Yeah.
him. I said your secret is safe with me.
Oh, okay, good. I mean, obviously, like, since you cast the spell, like, I'll be able to talk to it, but you could just be like,
Oh, I dispel
like,
it.
I don't know, man,
immediately.
tell them that I'm, like, the reason why I'm so docile is because I'm obviously high.
Yeah.
Like, be like, I must have
course,
eaten,
of
like, some
course.
mushrooms or something.
Yeah, no.
And then I'm just like, you can't really have a conversation with me because I'm just, like, so far gone.
Yeah, no, of course.
Just tell them that there was a plantation of marijuana on fire.
No, the residue got into the river. Got it.
Yeah.
Wait, out of character. Just because I'm curious, could you ask this thing its name?
What's your name, friend? I'm Lunu.
I just realized Basil wasn't in the boat. It says hold up a second.
Actually,
Bad one.
no, it's
He says that his name is Mississippi.
What
no,
the fuck?
no problem, Mississippi. I got you. I release my head from the water. Just yeah, I'm sorry, Blair. That thing is completely incoherent.
What?
It just keeps talking about the particles in the water. What my guess is that marijuana farm that we saw burning the upriver, I guess some of the residue got into the water and this thing is toasted.
Wait, does that mean I'm toasted?
Probably.
No, you feel fine.
No, it's definitely because you're toasted, Blair.
Blair's just like, I didn't even realize I was getting high. I mean, it's been a while, but
Yeah,
oh
you're
my
thinking
God.
that fish are talking to you in common, no less. Blair.
Maybe it was deep speak. Maybe I'm going crazy. Do you have a
Yeah.
better name for this guy, though?
You know, I'm thinking we should call him Mississippi.
Oh, okay. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm still gonna like
you
take
should-
care of him or whatever. I
No, you
protect all
should put him
creatures.
back in the water. That is his home.
But isn't he in danger if he's super high? Wouldn't it make it easier for him to get like eaten or attacked?
I mean, if he's high, what are all the other animals doing?
Oh yeah. Yeah, Blair. If he's high, pretty much everything in this river is also high. So he'll be safe. Plus, you know, you are just, you know, taking a native fish and bringing it home with you.
Well,
As a druid, I gotta say, if you
I wasn't
fuck
gonna
with
bring
the
it home
natural
with us. I was
wildlife
just
again,
gonna
I
have
will
my
end
puppy
you.
rest for a little bit on the river. That's all I wanted to do.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, I was gonna release
it'll
that.
follow. It definitely might follow us. Who's to say? But
Well,
keeping him in a bowl is the best way to you know, have a bird swoop down and grab him.
not sure about that one, but if we release him, I will send him home with a snack. And so, like, I don't know, I grab a piece of like meat or fish or something from whatever my thing would have been, and then I guess I give it to him, put it in his mouth, whatever, and then I release him with it as a parting snack for the road. So if he follows us, he can follow us. Otherwise, if we don't see him again, at least he received a snack for his troubles. And I go to lay down because Blair is still thinking that she's probably really so high she doesn't even realize it.
He jumps back into the bowl, and you take him out.
Oh, well, best friends forever then. Woo!
The fish looks over at me, nods. I nod back. Blair goes lead.
All right. So you guys eventually need to make camp, and you guys still have not resolved the fact that you're being watched.
Yeah. Oh, we got so.
Okay.
I
I would like to
oh god.
try and assist us in like finding whatever's watching
Mhm.
our position. Since we're not fighting or anything, I'm not in rage. I'll use one of my spells, which is alarm. Right, and I'll try and just like set something up around the perimeter, so that if anything like this, like presence watching us or anything gets too close, then I would get pinged on it.
Mhm.
So if that's how that spell works, I'm pretty sure that's how that spell works.
Yeah, I think the range on it is kind of small. How many times can you cast it?
I have. Let's see.
Like, it is a
Rituals.
ritual.
Yeah, it is a ritual. I don't know if I have a ritual caster
Okay.
as a ranger. I think I don't.
Yeah, I don't think rangers get that.
But I can cast it. I'm at like 4th level, so I can cast it 3 times, and it lasts for 8 hours.
All right, so you cast them at 3 different points around the camp to alert you if something comes in.
I think we should try to sleep in shifts. Who wants to take the first watch?
I mean, I guess
Basil says, "Me, I like to stay up late."
Blair is currently passed out on a bed, thinking that she was high, and so she cannot object to any of this.
I'll stay
This-
up and watch with the kid.
I find it so fucking funny that Blair is fake high. It's fucking placebo effect high
Yeah,
right
you
now.
placebo hide me. I'm just like, I need to go to bed right now. If I am like, I need to go sleep and solve because I am so unfathomably high that I can't even feel it. Like it's become my new homeostasis. I need to end this immediately.
That's pretty rough.
So first
Blair.
watch is Cinna and Basil,
Hmm.
correct?
Yep.
Correct.
All right. So everybody else goes to sleep.
I don't sleep.
First, before we get to Cinna.
Oh yeah, Austin doesn't
Um,
sleep.
Yeah.
Huh?
I don't sleep.
Oh, okay. So you'll stay up for the entire night as well.
Yeah, no, I just rest for like 4 hours, but like I already did that earlier, so.
But you're up as well then.
Alright.
So while you guys are watching, you don't hear this in particular, because it's close to Blair. You hear, "Hey, here we got Blair.
What?
Blair, you're not high."
What?
And you turn over and it's the fish inside the bowl talking to you.
Mississippi, is that you?
Says, "Yeah, it's me."
Wait,
And you can hear him despite the fact that he's in the bowl, and you're not.
wait. So did Luna just randomly pick out your correct name?
He says, "No, he can't speak with animal, which is kind of irrelevant because he doesn't need to. I can just talk." And then he asked me my name, and I said it was Mississippi. What did he tell you I say?
Why was he saying you were incoherent then? Oh, he was probably just messing with me. Wait, so was I not high? Am I high?
No, of course not.
Oh.
He
Well,
says,
I felt
this
pretty
place is way too damp to have a burning marijuana farm."
Hmm.
But it
Wait,
ain't
so what
too
was that
bang.
burning down the river then?
He says, "I don't know. Maybe you guys are high." Look, I just wanted to tell you because it seemed like you were starting to act high. I'm looking out for you. I don't think you were. So you should just know that you're good.
Oh.
Yeah, I just
Am
don't
I
want to
doing-
make sure you're not embarrassing yourself.
Oh, I know what's going on now. I'm dreaming. Oh, that makes so much sense now. Of course I can't talk to you if my head's if not in the bowl. Oh, Mississippi. I'll see you in the morning. This is a nice dream getting to talk to you again, but I really, I need to go. I need to just, it's a lucid dream now. But I honestly, I think my mind needs to rest. I don't need to go flying in my dreams right now. So, but thank you. I'm glad that
hold
you
on a second.
mind back.
You should be careful about lucid dreaming.
Yeah, that's why I'm going back to dream sleep.
You might run into the and he kind of like looks both ways. The shadow demons.
We already killed those guys. They were trying to blow up our house a few weeks ago.
He says, "Well, maybe I shouldn't hang out with you guys."
No, it's okay. We took them down. We haven't seen any of that since then. And plus, we're not even anywhere near a house.
He says, "I guess you're right."
Wait, what do you say?
He says, "I guess you're right."
Yeah, so don't worry, little guy. You're gonna be fine with us.
Yeah.
Plus, everyone who's ever tried to kill us has died horribly. So, yeah, we're like you're good, little guy. It will be free food, free meals for you, and some smooth sailing. But anyways, I gotta get. This has been great talking to you in this dream, but I'm just gonna let my mind rest here. I'm just gonna go to dream sleep, and I will see you in the morning, little buddy.
All right. He says, "Good night."
Good night, Mississippi. And I just pass out again.
This is my new favorite
Alright.
NPC.
So Cinna,
All right.
you're keeping guard. Basil's sitting there. And let's take a look. All right. If I could get you to roll me a perception check as you are actively looking through the area.
Okay.
And Basil can assist, so you can have advantage.
All right. Nice. Sick. Let's roll it.
Holy shit! Time for him to roll a 37. Oh my god!
Could I say that I bolstered myself?
Yeah, I'll allow it.
What the fuck?
Only
This is
because it
like-
makes sense that you would have.
28.
Nice. So you're really good at sensing some things. You're pretty perceptive, and you hear a twig snap, and it was the lightest snap in the world. Someone would assume it was a mouse or something, or even just something falling, but something about it in the back of your ear makes you think that it wasn't what it was. And so you reach out into the bushes nearby, and what you pull out is some of these have some pretty good pictures. So I don't have it in Roll20. No, I don't want shopping. I want pictures.
Pictures of Spider-Man.
You see a little guy that looks like this.
Oh.
Put it in the Discord.
How tall is he?
You're like holding on to him a couple inches.
No.
You're like you've got him in your hand.
Rounds. Yeah.
Like you heard something in like the back corner, and you reached out and you grabbed him. It's fairly obvious, because you've seen it so many times. He has Pass Without Trace cast on him.
You're like, Halo guy, what were you doing there?
It doesn't speak, and it just tries to like push your hands open, and it looks like it's struggling, like it's trying to get out.
I'll try any of my languages I have. I have like Elven, Dwarven, Orcish, Sylvan, see whatever it reacts to.
Every time you switch language, it stops and looks up at you, but it doesn't seem as if it knows. It just seems like it's interested in the fact that you sound different. It gets like a little and as you're going, you start to realize there's actually a bunch of them that are now coming out and taking a look at you. They're like coming out of the woods. Some of them start walking in and they go through the alarm, so you get the ping inside of your head.
They're like, hey Basil, go wake up the others.
So Basil goes and he wakes up all of you guys. There's about 15 of these that have at least made themselves known.
Mm-hmm. Are they friendly?
I'm trying to figure that out.
Yeah, can I use find sense some
Yes, real quick though, before you do that, Cinna, can you roll me an athletics check to hold on to the guy? It kind of like slithers out. It gives up trying to push its way out, and then it uses Dex, and it kind of slides right out.
Huh.
And then it kind of like
Slippery
jogs away, but not very like it doesn't go very far before it stops and kind of looks at you.
I'll do like I don't know. I'll like raise one hand up, try and like do like hand signals, try and like see if they copy me or anything.
Every single one of them copies you.
Wait. I shove my head in the fishbowl, and I ask my fishy friend Mississippi, "Hey, I just talked to you in my dream. I don't know if that was like you talking."
Yeah, that wasn't a dream. We had a conversation. I didn't think I was going to be able to convince you it wasn't a dream.
Oh, wait. So am I still hot? Anyway, it doesn't matter. Are these guys? Are these the shadow beasts you were talking, or the shadow demons you were talking about?
No, I have no idea what these were. I was talking about like a sleep paralysis demon.
Oh, are those in this jungle?
He says, no, they're a subconscious thing that your mind creates when you try and lucid dream too often.
Wait, really?
He says they're not real.
Wait, no, wait. Sleep paralysis.
You get sleep paralysis where you like kind of wake up and you can't move, and then you see a shadowy figure off in the distance. It's well documented, he says.
I had no idea it was linked to lucid dreaming.
He says, well, it's not necessarily linked, but a lot of people that try and lucid dream report experiencing sleep paralysis.
That's crazy.
He says this is all at the end of the day the science on sleep isn't very well sound, so don't take this as fact forever.
Well, yeah, because to even be to get to that to test it, you have to be sound asleep.
Yeah. He says, plus it's so much better to just have a lot of Benadryl and see the Hat Man, he said.
That's true. Also, how do you know all of this?
He says, I don't know, I just kind of do.
Hey guys, Benadryl?
Love the Hat Man.
Benadryl
Guys,
and
what
the
is
Hat
Benadryl?
Man both can in the oid. This is official.
Um, at this point, one of the nearest one of these little guys next to you, Blair, is like sticking their head inside of an imaginary ball to mimic you. Austin, you did your divine sense, right?
Yep.
What it lets you? Oh, you put it in here. So it lets you know the location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet of you. You are not currently sensing anyone.
Not sensing. They don't seem hostile, nor do they appear friendly. Yeah, I'm
Could
gonna.
I do?
Yes, and you know that they're not a celestial, a fiend, or an undead.
Yeah, I was
Could I
gonna.
do like a
Well,
survival?
I guess the only thing
and-
you would sense would be Squawk Please and Rio, who is obviously a Balrog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah, I mean, obviously, not including the people that are here. I think actually, Austin, you ping yourself as undead too.
Apparently, I'm not official.
So you have to minus those, the ones that are already there. You do not sense that Rio is a fiend, celestial, or undead.
Tasura was trying to say something.
Oh, sorry. What'd you say?
Right, no. Could I leverage my survival and or my Feywild background to try and like get a read on what kind of creatures these are?
Yeah, roll survival.
I will assist.
Thank you. 24.
Yeah, so you go back and forth for a little bit. You come to the conclusion that these things are almost definitely not Fey in nature. They almost, because you rolled well enough, they're some kind of elemental.
Hmm.
Okay.
Elemental spirit.
Probably some. Can I roll Arcana? Figure out what they're tied to, I guess.
Yeah, you can roll
Right.
Arcana or Nature.
Wait, I can assist. Also, wait, should we have? Wait, what's your Arcana stat, by the way? Because we could have
3.
Basil. I think he's actually like fully proficient.
Yeah. I can assist Basil if you want Basil to roll, because I only have a +3.
All right,
I
roll
also
it.
have a +3. Oh yeah. I'll cast guidance on Basil to help him.
And I will
Well-
assist. So he has advantage.
All right, when do you guys roll it?
Oh wait, let me open his sheet. Basil Claw Audina. Let's go. Arcana.
And add a 4. 25.
Nice. He says, "Oh yeah, I read about these things." He thinks for a little bit. He says, "I think they're called chewingas or chewungas." He says they're elementals, but they don't like live in the other. They just live here. So they live in trees or rocks or something.
There's nature spirits.
Yeah. He says people will usually they'll like show up and they'll give people magical gifts.
Oh.
Oh. Is there something you have to do
He
to
says,
get
but you have to impress them somehow.
Oh, I can do that. I can do that. And I do a performance. I do like a dance singing little dance singing number to see if they enjoy the entertainment.
I'll assist if necessary.
Well, I just rolled.
Yeah, I got 24.
Okay, cool.
So you dance around. What specifically do you do?
So I sing just a little like like it's more like a humming tune or whatever. And then I like while doing like some cool like maybe some like flip dances and stuff.
Do you do the Jojo Siwa?
The what? I couldn't hear you.
Jojo Siwa.
I'm not familiar with that one.
Hold on.
I'm just imagining this in my head. Blair doing the stereotypical Fortnite dance, and then all these things start copying them.
Oh my god! I hit the fucking gritty up in here.
You do the Orange Justice.
Yeah.
There's a lot of these. Let me see if I can get an actual starter generator for them. Because if I have to count, that's not going to be fun. Of course, none of these will have all of them. I don't like that. All right, I may just need to count then. So first off, we'll do. That's probably close enough. Of course.
Oh boy, what's happening?
Oh no.
So it comes up. One of them comes up to you. And it's got like a little like piece of wood that it's curved in the shape of a person doing the dance that you just did. And it hands it to you. It like holds it up.
I take it. It is doing the Fortnite dance.
Do you take it?
Yeah, I take it. Can I roll Arcana or something to see if it's any magical property?
I disconnected again, didn't I?
Yeah.
I don't know why that's happening so much.
So I take it. Can I roll Arcana or something to see if I can identify any like magical properties to the?
So the second that you take it, you know what it does. It just fills your mind with what it is.
Oh.
And it's really kind of funny.
Well, I kind of find it sad.
The dreams in which I'm done.
Because this lets you go. So it lets you 3 times, and then it will lose its magicness. So it's a charge of 3 times. It lets you cast the spell Etherealness, which is a 7th level spell. And it lets you just go into the ethereal plane. And a bunch of other attacks. It lets you walk around in the ethereal plane, and then when you end it, you end up wherever you are on the normal plane. It basically just turns you into a ghost temporarily.
No.
I mean, I'm debating if George has any use for this.
Well, it's not your gift.
Yeah, no, fair.
I mean, if you get a better gift that's better suited to me and you want to trade, we could possibly do that.
Well, we can't let them know that. It's rude.
Well, no, that's later. That's for later.
So
Yeah,
no. Here's the thing is that you kind of know you can't transfer these.
Yeah.
Oh.
This is the equivalent of, I got this little statue of me. It's this little version of me.
It's like...
I want you to have it.
I don't really want it.
The magic isn't so like you feel like you don't even need the charm anymore. Like it's not the little thing that's doing it. It's even more of these. It's what do you call it? The magic has already gone into you, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just feed these guys as many good berries that I can cast.
Can I try and do like a handstand or something? I don't know what to do.
I mean, I could use
That'd be really impressive.
They are not interested in the good berries at all.
George is
And you try and do a handstand.
Yeah,
All right, roll me an athletics check.
I'll rage, just to like say like I'm doing some effort here, put some like magic into it.
Mm-hmm.
25.
What wild magic surge happens?
Let's see. 6. That does. I think that's a good one. Okay, so I'm surrounded with multicolored lights while I'm doing this. I get a
Yeah,
plus-
they seem kind of enthralled, and $30.
I can do a cool cartwheel. Wait, I'll let Tasura finish
One of them comes up to you and hands you a little shell. The shell is so clear it's essentially see-through. And same thing, this one's got 3 uses, but you can cast the spell Clairvoyance.
Alright.
Okay.
Another thing is that, and you should put this down, Clairvoyance normal casting time is 10 minutes. This you can do as an action.
Okay.
George is gonna do a flip. 27. George does some cool acrobatics off of the ship. Around the
Nice.
ship.
So one of them kind of claps, and it like starts like climbing up you, and when it gets to it's just like climbing on your pants, and then it gets up to like the part of your chest where your heart would normally be. I don't know if you still have your heart. But it puts its hand on your chest, and a little mark, like a little crystal looking heart, appears on whatever skin is still there on your chest.
Okay.
And for the next 10 days, you are immune to piercing and slashing damage from non-magical attacks, but you're vulnerable to bludgeoning damage.
Oh. Okay.
So, Tom, this is very
Wait.
much... I have a dumb idea.
Uh-huh.
If you allow this to work just for the sake of roleplay, I'd love you forever. I would never do this in combat.
Yes.
So with the good berries I made, because they don't seem
Mhm.
interested, I'm like, hold up a second. And I put the good berries in the ground, and I cast plant growth. And I make a big good berry bush instantaneously. As well as
I'll allow it.
increase all the plant life, in the 100-foot radius around it. And make it, if there's any cool bioluminescent plants or whatever the fuck's in this jungle, those go
Yeah.
off as well.
Roll me an insight.
Alright.
Real quick, just to make sure I have this right. For 10 days, I'm immune to slash and pierce? Or...
Yeah, if it doesn't come from a magical thing. So, like, if a dragon came up to you and bit you, it wouldn't do anything. But if they, like, hit you with their tail, you'd be vulnerable to it.
Okay.
The real powerful thing about this is that no one knows that you have this weakness.
So I thought at first you said that he was vulnerable to slashing and piercing, but immune to bludgeoning. I was about to say, like, imagine if we still had the Carlsbane. We could use this to effectively launch him across the world instantaneously if we crit him.
I'm going to use Wheel and Woe here.
Mm-hmm.
So wait,
20
is it
altogether.
Magical or non-magical, you said?
Magical weapons will ignore this.
Okay.
That's a 21.
Yep,
Yes.
all together.
And 21 is definitely enough. You get the feeling they don't care about nature stuff because they're surrounded by it. They seem to be interested. You notice that they're, like, really interested in, like, the cooking supplies that you guys have seen them walk around for a little bit. They're interested in you guys specifically, and not necessarily the other things. Like, it's really kind of nature they know about. They're curious about things that they don't. Like, for example, your good friend Tito has several of them, like, going through his tools and that kind of stuff, and he, like, quickly, like, makes a little thing, and...
Oh no! Oh
He's gonna give him a gun.
no!
He's gonna give him a gun.
So one of them pulls out, like, a little leaf, and it looks like he's been using it as, like, a shield. And he walks up to him holding it like a shield, and he takes the leaf and he gives it to Tito, and Tito says, "Oh, well, that's an interesting experience. I've never had information downloaded directly into my subconscious. Thank you, little one." And he turns to looks at you guys, and he's like, "Am I allowed to give these guys guns and thank you?"
Do you have a
He
less
says,
potentially ecologically devastating weapon you could give them instead?
He thinks about it, and then he says, "I mean, it's gonna have to be a really small gun anyway."
Wait, do you have a water gun?
He looks at you like you just cursed at him. And he says, all right, and he like
Got
puts
taser.
together a little something, and he pulls it out. He makes a miniature version of it, and he says, I originally designed this to shoot acid. And then it's very, very small. He goes over to the water, pulls it out, and then squirts out a little bit of water, and he hands it back to them. One of them takes it, and it like squirts the other one, like immediately. And then he says, "Oh, I guess it was a good thing that wasn't acid."
Jesus Christ.
Alright, I have one other thing I can do to try to impress these little fuckers.
Uh huh.
It's time for me to do the worst thing I can to myself.
Oh no.
Impressions. I cast Disguise Self on myself to turn, and I'm willing to do it multiple times.
Yeah, you just fired off a couple of times.
Yeah, to do impersonations of everybody they looked at.
Good.
What kind of roll do you want me to do?
Roll me a Arcana and/or Performance.
My Arcana is better. I'm using another Wheel and Woe, baby.
Oh boy.
19.
Came in clutch there.
Yeah. Thank you, hi. So high. So I do like I turn into Blair and pretend I'm a fish for a moment. I turn into Cinna, but with 2 legs.
That's kind of gross.
So cursed.
What kind of legs though?
Satyr?
It's like, what if Cinna was a satyr instead of a centaur?
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, and
If it
I
was
go,
human legs,
oh,
I'd be like, what's wrong with you?
yeah, in a Cinna voice, I go, oh no, what happened to my butt? Wiggling. And then I turn into George, and I start burying
that.
myself. And I take a flower that I grew from my last spell, and pretend to be dead. Oh, and, you know, just for the hell of it, I also turn into, like, Tito. And, make a fire go off in my face while trying to fire a gun.
Like the cartoon gun
Yeah,
back
exactly. I have reduced myself to the basest form of comedy. I tried to go for a wow factor. I see where they get their fucking kicks.
Oh man.
What?
Oh, I love this one. So one of them comes up to you, and does Lunu wear like a belt or?
Not really.
I was gonna say, yeah, you don't really have anything. Well, you got a zipper though, right?
Yeah. It's on my jacket.
On your jacket.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it does the same thing where like it kind of climbs up, and it touches the zipper.
Yeah.
And this is the reason why these aren't transferable. So for the next 10 days, you you gain the benefit of a belt of fire giant strength as it sears a fiery symbol into your zipper. But you get the feeling that you just get the urge to bully people a little bit more than normal.
What does my strange
Blaine-
sore become, by the way?
25.
All right.
Wow.
I'm gonna start.
Holy shit.
I'm gonna start juggling the party.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah,
that counts as
hold on.
bullying.
Yup.
While
How long
while
does that
being
last?
while being juggled, can Basil...
It's only for 10 days. The funny thing is that it's taking you guys about I think about 4 days to get here. So it's going to be about 4 days to get back, assuming you spend a day there. When you get back, you'll have about 5 days for you guys to use them. The temporary
The plan
ones
is to
are
use
more
a
powerful.
teleportation circle, isn't it?
Huh?
The plan was to use a teleportation circle once we establish and leave.
Oh yeah, I guess that's true. You guys could come back quicker than that.
Yeah.
Oh, true. While being juggled, can Basil try to do a joint performance with me to see if he can get a gift?
Yeah, Basil, I feel like they might.
He could do knife juggling with with green flame blade.
Oh yeah, roll a perception. I mean, a performance check for him.
All right, I'm gonna assist. I'm also gonna cast guidance on him.
Yep.
Oh no! Is guidance
Roll
D4?
the guidance. It's the 10.
It's a what?
It's the 10 plus your guidance.
Okay. It's D4, right? Yeah.
I'm gonna use wheel and woe. This is like second to last one.
Thank you.
18.
Nice.
18.
That's good. He gets one.
Yay!
Oh, oh, oh.
Oh no!
I don't know if it's really good or really bad. What's this?
Oh gosh, what are we getting? What's
So he only has a 1-use charm. Or actually, I've got an idea. So, they come out with 3 acorns. And one of them holds up their fingers, like it's like 3 and then 1, like it's like pointing to them, like showing you that it wants you to pick one. On one of them, you see it's carved into the acorn what looks to be the leader of the Boros Corporation, Boros, carved into this acorn. On the other one, you see a character that I'm not sure in game you guys would recognize. can I actually get you guys to roll me a history check?
All right, boys, let's do it. Everyone,
That's
drop your
everyone
history.
Okay.
Alright, here we go.
Let's fucking go.
I cast guidance on myself for this.
It's go boy.
Yeah!
14 for me.
Hold on.
I'm gonna use the last of my fucking wheel and woe here, and then
If you want to use it on me, I have the highest roll right now. I'm 14 with my guidance.
All right. I'll let you have it.
I was gonna see if I can roll like knowledge of the past at fucking brain blast moment.
It's
18.
Okay.
18 for Blair.
So the figure is a person that you had not met, but it's one of the heroes who took down one of the largest vampires in the world, and you do recognize her based off of stuff. It's actually Jacqueline, who now is in charge of Mount Jacqueline in the River Kingdoms, is carved into this acorn.
Oh shit!
Mm-hmm. And then the last one is actually carved into it is a picture of Basil, and he is running really fast. He's got like they put like the little lines on him, you know. It's like they're very crude drawings, but you can definitely tell who they are.
Yippee!
Huh. He has to pick one.
Yep.
Pick the
Yeah.
Jacqueline one. It'll be funny.
I'm very interested in the Jacqueline one. It's like, I guess I'll inform the party. Oh, that's Jacqueline. She's a famous hero in the River Kingdoms who helped take down
And former entertainer, by the way. So.
and former entertainer. Oh, even better. So that's even more credence as to how.
Oh yeah, I like the fact that that's actually how you know her.
Yeah. Forget everything else I said.
It's like,
Like, oh, what?
we're like, it's the great entertainer Jacqueline. Who?
Oh, it's TV's Jacqueline. It's TV's.
No.
She's Jacqueline. But no, yeah, she's an amazing entertainer.
It's just like, it's sort of like, Jacqueline, the famous entertainer of Croque Monsieur. Who?
She became so famous. I think they named a mountain after her at some point.
Who? The one that the Mount Jacqueline. Oh.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it's crazy.
So it sounds like that's the one that you guys are gonna go for.
I'm just very interested into what the fuck it'll do.
All right, so he takes that one based off of your guys' recommendation. Once he takes it, he looks at you guys and says, well, it looks like I now know how to use the guiding bolt spell.
just forever?
Well, he says, no, I can fire it off once. But I'm pretty sure now that I've used it, I could learn how to add it to my spell list. But he says, but the first time I use it, it'll heal me any of the damage that I do.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm so glad that it wasn't an acorn with a picture of Lunu inscribed on it, because that means it would just always miss every time he cast Guiding Bolt.
It would actually do damage to you.
We should probably ask about what some of these other effects do, like
Like Tito's. Hey Tito, what was the effect they gave you?
He turns around and says, "Oh, mine's perfect."
Oh no! Yeah, well, it's perfect for you, buddy.
Yeah. He says, you know, if someone hits me really, really hard, I can hit them back for the same amount of damage.
Oh,
Uh,
interesting.
The other people in your party also get them.
Well, does that include does that include Mississippi?
No, they don't give it to any of the animals.
Oh,
They were tempted not to give it to Basil because he was a dragon.
he's not an animal. We already established this in many different rule sequences for racing base.
All right, so first we'll do the wizard, then we'll do the monkey, and then the bird. Okay.
you know, I got this
so
crystal thing, guys. Is this so right? Look, points at like horrible crystal chest.
so Austin, it's up to you about whether or not your character thinks of this. Fall damage is bludgeoning.
Oh. Oh no.
So you might want to be careful about that. But it's also like normal arrows just bounce right off of you. But just so that way you're aware, I don't want to put you in a bad position.
It's hard to move. Got them weak knees.
Oh, and then we need to do one more for a Balrog.
Ah,
Alright, so I'm going to do these in order from least to highest because that will help with the count. So first up, okay. Oh. It's actually funny that Charlemagne got a support one, but it's a support one that he won't like very much. He says, I can one time basically turn myself into what is essentially a card out of the deck of many things and bestow upon them the effect. But I won't know what the effect is.
Wait, what do you mean turn into a card of the deck of many things? What does that do?
He says, well, like, I physically won't turn, but I've gained the power of it. So I can touch you, and then it'll be as if you drew a card. He says, but I don't think I should ever use this power. Those decks are evil. He says they can really, like, mess you up.
Is this an anti-deck of many things sponsorship?
No, this is, there's big risk, big reward, and Charlemagne is a cautious person. So out of character, it is that. It can cause some really bad stuff.
Yeah, out of character, it's got a history of either giving you a shit ton or party wipe.
That's so funny, and we should definitely force him to use it at some point.
Mm-hmm. End of the campaign.
Force him to do it now. To put it into perspective, it could theoretically give you the ability to cast Wish.
See, look, it's totally worth it.
It can also permanently reduce your intelligence. It can.
Using it before, right?
What?
Let's see. It can give you a -2 penalty to all saving throws forever.
What?
It literally says It literally says, only a god. It doesn't even specify which. It says a god has to do it.
Well, Blair knows one of
or
those.
or another card can fix it.
What?
I mean, you guys are halfway to turning bubbles to a god. This is a world where gods are, a dime a dozen. So I guess it's not the worst case scenario.
I guess I have mind block too. That can fix it.
It can cause you to gain a level or lose a level.
Oh no!
So, 100%, I will say it comes with a lot of risk.
You can just fix your entire build.
You absolutely can ask Charlemagne to use it on you. If you do, you will need to accept the consequences because Charlemagne is telling you not to do it. Telling you, it's really bad when a player character loses a level for morale.
Hey, guys.
So don't make me take away a level from you.
Blair's our guinea pig, right?
Should we just like do it?
No.
There is actually a person that may or may not be as affected by it as everybody else, because he's not technically a player character. Is Basil. The good news is that if he gets the one that minuses his intelligence, he wouldn't go below a 0 intelligence. The bad news is that I think all of his spells are based off of intelligence.
They sure are, all based off of intelligence.
If he loses a level, he's a support cast character level. Those levels, they're not as big of a deal.
Yeah.
And it'd be really funny if he got, I think there's a money one, if he got the money one and it just went into his horde and you never saw it again.
Yep.
So he has canonically just been making a horde that's just burning money because we can never access.
Well, theoretically you could have lost it all and he doesn't have anything in there.
I've never checked.
It's real funny. Because I think one of them, or at least real terrifying, he could draw the one that's Avatar of Death.
Wait,
Yeah.
It just makes you the Avatar of Death?
Where he is forced into a one-on-one fight with the Avatar of Death.
Oh, no.
And, maybe, just maybe, he'll live. Most likely not.
Honestly, with a spellcaster, yeah. Because an Avatar of Death has a single stat block, and not much else.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, Basil actually has a 4 strength score, so like if he lost his intelligence, he could just become a melee wizard.
I mean, that is kind of what he is. His Eldritch Blast would be weaker, but it wouldn't affect any of his like Booming Blade stuff.
Yeah. That's interesting. I guess if we needed a real out, the safest person to cast it on would be Basil.
I love how you're volunteering your fucking son.
I will say, taking a look at this, the Avatar of Death, Basil would probably beat it.
He has a little ton of health. He also has 93 health.
Yeah.
He's a lot of HP.
Well, so believe the Avatar of Death health scales based off of the person who summons itself.
Oh.
But Basil has some pretty good burst damage stuff that he can pull off.
Yeah, so he'd probably be okay.
I say we
This is
keep
very
it.
interesting.
I say we use it like end a campaign as a last ditch resort to shit going completely fuck.
Yeah.
Because
probably.
if shit goes completely fucked, then, oh, we rolled on the deck of many things and shit goes fucked. It's already fucked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And the worst that could happen is we all die, which at the end of the campaign, that's already a high likelihood anyway. So.
And I get, yeah. So, okay, so now we know what Charlemagne's done.
Or you can cast the wish spell, guys.
We cast the wish spell to make, you know, my religion the main religion of Void.
We could actually just solve every issue, and you choose to do that.
We could do that, or Blair could self-actualize and fulfill her purpose.
Yep.
Hey,
Well,
I love how the
it sounds like
campaign
you
becomes
guys-
Blair becomes the villain.
Yeah, well, so it sounds like you guys aren't going to try and convince him. So
Not yet.
next
Yeah.
next up is what Rio gets.
What color is her hair when she receives this gift?
What color did I say was last time?
I have no idea. Time for a new color.
Let's say it's purple.
Okay.
So she takes it, and this is honestly a cool one. Like it's not powerful at all. But well, it's not like it doesn't like offer any stats or like give her any cool spells. The thing that's really good about this is that it's permanent. Oh wait. Oh wow. Okay, never mind. This thing's broken.
What? What is it?
So she kind of like grabs her head for a little bit, like almost like she's in pain. As they gave her a little carved into some bark, what looks to be like a tower that they constructed. And so she takes it and she holds her head. And she looks up at all of you and just starts like speaking in tongues. Like she swaps between like every single language that you guys know, and then a whole bunch others that you don't. And then like even like French is in there at one point. And she says, "Whoa, well that did not feel good at all." She says, "But I think I'm supernaturally better at deceiving and convincing people, and I think I can speak every single language."
What?
So not only does it give proficiency in deception and persuasion, in addition, it lets you learn all languages, and it gives you double proficiency in deception and persuasion.
That would have been so good for me! God damn it! What the?
It is absolutely broken.
Yeah,
There's no
that's
time
great.
limit. It goes away when you die. I mean, so technically, like the list that I'm pulling from, these are like the list are I think things that you can swap around, but for these guys, I'm just having to be there. And man, if they were something that you could just like hand around, that would be insane.
If I got it, I'd have dude. We'd never fail a charisma check again.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit! And oh my god, I could speak to wait. Can she speak to animals?
If the animal has a language, then yes, but it wouldn't be like she's underneath the speak with animal spell. There are like a couple of animals, like the great owls, that have their own language. I'd probably argue that like some rudimentary like monkeys and parrots, like really high intelligent animals, she may be able to have a somewhat conversation with. But short no. The answer is that it wouldn't let you talk to animals.
What about?
She's not gonna be talking to the birds.
What
Like
about,
you have to have a language for her to be able to understand it.
okay, but what about plants though?
Again, if the plant has a language, you can speak it. If the plant doesn't have, and there are plants in 5th edition that have, I'm sure have a language.
Myconids.
And so she can talk to them.
That's crazy. Like the Spanish moss because he knew Spanish.
I don't think he knew Spanish.
Where's the stab
But here's the thing is that it doesn't say like they can speak like all like every single language. Now I will say there is one thing that this does not give you. It does not give you the ability to read and write in those languages.
Oh, so you just speak.
Because it just says speak and understand. Well, all right. You can speak and understand all languages. That's definitely meant to be like someone speaking it to you, but isn't reading understanding a language?
Yes.
I feel like that is it. That's definitely not rules as written. But I'll say that she can read, but she can't write it. So if you get her something, she can like read it and like you can show off that if you come up with something specific. So she can like copy specific things, but it may be like it's like copy and pasting things. It may not correspond. Like she may understand what it says, but like if you rewrote it exactly that way to say something else, the grammar might not be right. If that makes any sense. But in terms of, I'll say that's how that works.
Yeah, it's like the localization isn't there.
Yeah, but it's also like the hidden things, like thieves' cant is a language. So if someone starts speaking to her in like code, that's a language. She can understand the code.
Wait, that's crazy. So like Morse code and shit, like, and other secret code, she can just—that's insane.
George.
Well, Morse code isn't speaking, but I guess if she saw it written, she'd be able to understand it.
Yeah.
Well, I guess if she heard someone tapping it, she'd be able to understand it too, because that's understandable.
George.
That's crazy. That's so absurdly broken. Holy shit.
George.
Yeah.
George wants to prove this by doing like a weird like thieves can't with her like.
Yeah. So you just start having a conversation, about the trees and about how things are nice, and you're like, what are you actually telling her?
Like, is it just me, or is Blair getting obsessive about that fish too much? I'm starting to get concerned.
She responds back talking about how it is indeed a delightful day, and she did read that in the paper the other day. And to which she responds back with, "Oh yeah, I mean the fish looks super weak. Otherwise, I would have tried to fight it already."
I think that's its goal, but all right.
She's just concerned about wanting to fight something.
All right. Next up is the wizard.
Asher.
Yes.
Good old Aster. What is she going? Does she have a token on the field right now?
She's on the crab.
Oh, she's on the crab. Oh, wait, let me see.
Oh no, she doesn't have a token. We're just using the crab.
Oh, she's just on the crab. Okay.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Is it also broken?
Oh no! So they come up to her and they give her a little lightning bolt, and they carved out of like a rock, and she picks it up and she looks at all of you, and it's just pure disappointment. They're letting me cast 3rd level lightning bolts.
Is it permanent?
She says no 3 times. So I guess I don't need to use any of my more than enough spell slots to cast it.
Does she even? So she doesn't already have it, right? So...
Yeah, she already has that spell.
Yeah. She can't. It's actually her mate. It's like if they were to come up to you and be like, "Yeah, you can cast Eldritch Blast now," so she's a little disappointed.
I don't know what to tell you.
Oh
And then
no!
last up, you have your demonic pigeon. He is.
When they give him the gift, does he also bow to them?
Wait, they said they were afraid of
Um,
dragons, but wouldn't they be afraid of a demon?
No, they're very interested in all of his cooking supplies. And he like kind of shows them like some of his procedure. Like he takes out a knife and like starts cutting some vegetables, and they go nuts. Like they're absolutely enamored. Um, with it. So, they come up to him and they've got like the top part of an acorn, the little hat thing, and they give that to him, and he picks it up and he does at this point fluff up and do his little bow.
Which you get.
And then he says, "Oh well, this is convenient. Useful while traveling out here in this dreary area. Unfortunately, I'm only able to do this 3 times, but he says that he can cast Leomund's tiny hut 3 times. The real power thing on this charm, that if one of you guys had gotten it would have made it a lot stronger, is that it's an action to cast, and being able to cast Leomund's tiny hut as an action is something that I never thought was possible, and knowing that there is a rules as written way to do it is kind of dangerous.
Why?
Because it basically lets you like put down a mobile fortress that you all can move in and out of to attack. So against like certain enemies, it's a complete shutdown.
Oh, because you can just have shelter of nowhere.
Yeah, specifically, it's a 10-foot radius dome, and creatures and objects within the dome, when you cast it, can move through it freely. All other creatures and objects are barred from passing through it. Spells and other magical effects can't extend through the dome or be cast through it. The atmosphere inside the space is comfortable and dry, regardless of the weather outside. So, if someone were to like cast this while holding our harpoon gun, and were to just fire harpoons out, no one would be able to stop them.
Damn it! Blair just watches as all of the other gifts that would have been hilariously insane with her are given to everyone else who is not her.
No, I mean this is good for anybody. Cinna can put it down and chuck javelins, or even still, who really benefits from this is George, because you not only can you shoot out of it, but you can also run out of it, hit somebody, disengage as a bonus action, and then run back into it.
Yeah. Lunu could spell snipe from it, but that's really the most.
Well, no. It doesn't let spells through.
Oh, yeah.
But you could step out of it, cast a spell, and step back into it. So as long as you weren't like surrounded, it would work. But if you're not surrounded, then it doesn't really make sense to use it.
So on George, it just becomes the stand your ground spell. Oh no.
And I think that's everybody.
I think so. Is that everyone? Yeah.
I'm gonna regret giving all of these to you guys, mostly because I'm not gonna remember them, and then you're gonna pull them out at times that I don't expect.
So when is being a ghost super valuable?
No one can see you, and you can go wherever you want.
Oh, I didn't see the part about not being able to be seen. That's a whole different story.
It's-
Never mind.
It's you can go through walls and no one can see you. And it's not like invisibility. Like blind sense doesn't work on this.
Yeah.
The only walls you can't get through is a wall, like literally like a wall of force.
So I guess you can call me Danny Phantom then.
Yeah, yes, that is exactly what you are. Just limited.
Yeah,
I
that's
gotta figure out how
crazy.
to use clairvoyance.
I think
Mine's
clairvoyance. So again, with you, I think with clairvoyance, where is it? I think it's a 3rd level spell. I think unfortunately you might have gotten one of the more weaker ones. But again, it's usually something that takes 10 minutes to cast, and you can cast it as an action, so you can do it immediately.
clairvoyance can be good for like surveillance or spying.
Yeah, so it creates if you have the ability to see invisibility or true sight, you can see it. It actually creates a luminous intangible orb about the size of your fist. It's invisible, and you can put that in any location familiar to you, a place that you've seen or visited before, or an obvious location that's unfamiliar to you, such as behind a door around a corner. The sensor remains in place for the duration. So, and then when you cast the spell, you can choose seeing or hearing. You can use the chosen sense through the sensor as if you are in that space. And then as an action, you can switch between seeing and hearing. So the real benefit of this that makes it stronger than normal for you is that you can do this immediately as an action. Whereas usually, like, if you're in a dungeon and something's on the other side of the door, it's not really a good time to do it because it takes 10 minutes to cast. Whatever on the other side of the door is going to get through by that point. You can just immediately do it. And then any of the other rooms that you've ever been in, like the meeting rooms, of individuals, you can cast this and see in. Although you would guess that
You could.
some of them
pretty
might have
close.
anti-divination stuff.
We've gone to the church. You might be able to spy on whatever the Inquisitor's doing on his new little throne. Now that the Pope's...
Well, he didn't actually take over.
Oh, he hasn't
Normal
yet?
Pope's still in charge. Yeah.
Okay, so he still has his house. Got it. Until...
Yeah. The Pope hasn't been kicked out. He's just declared himself the new Pope. But he hasn't actually moved in yet. He hasn't convinced enough people to switch over. It's kind of like how there were like anti-popes for a while, and where like there was a pope in Rome, but then there was another pope in southern France that said that he was the real pope. It's kind of like that.
Mom said it was my turn to be the Pope.
Hey, look, I made this pretty open. If that's something that you were interested in, you could have gone for it. I'm not saying it's too late, but a lot's happened.
To become the Pope?
It's a lot harder to throw your name in the ring now. I won't say it's impossible, though.
Guys,
you
we've
mean
been aiming too
Canada.
small. We've been trying to help Bubbles when we could have been Pope.
Well, I mean, being Pope gives you a vote. So, the thing is that Pope's already voting for you guys, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
4 popes, 4 votes.
Also, the reason why there's so many like fake, like the revolving door of the papacy, is because some popes just gave up on being pope because there was less, because they wanted their previous positions, and then came back to be pope again after realizing the luxuries of it. So you know, history.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess that's yeah, I guess we got all our stuff then, right? I think we have everyone with the
Yeah.
All right, guys. Do me one more highs or lows.
highs. Can we
Yeah.
get much
We need to go
higher?
higher.
All right, I was going to give this one a 50-50.
Oh,
So
no.
the Chewingas, they come up to Aster, because again, she's looking sad, and they're gonna give her another shot. And one of them comes up to Cinna too, because I feel like yours is a little bit weaker than the others. And they kind of pantomime to you. You can choose this other one if you want, so you don't get two. So
Okay.
first we'll do Cinna.
I've already, by the way, because I'm rude and very strong now, I'm juggling George's bones in the background.
No.
You separated him and you're just juggling him around.
No, you took advantage of my bludgeoning vulnerability, and then took the fucking glass breaks.
Yeah, no, I punch George and he shatters apart, and I start juggling him.
Oh no.
Yeah, I always thought you deserved that, George.
Wait.
Blair's just watching this scene unfold and is like, yeah, I'm definitely high right now.
You're next, bitch. That is right.
You're
I am
turning me
mean,
into a
Lunu.
skeleton?
I just said you had a slight urge to be a bit meaner. I feel like Luna's like, I've got an excuse now. I'm magically influenced.
Magically influenced.
It releases it.
Yeah.
They release their inhibitions.
Yeah, no, there was like a small floodgate keeping him from fucking like just
All right.
unleashing.
So I don't know if you'll like this one more or less than the clairvoyance. I actually think the clairvoyance one is technically a little bit stronger, but this one's very unique.
Okay.
So one of them comes up to you, and you kind of get the feeling like he's on vacation. Like he's not dressed like the rest of them. He's kind of got like a little jacket on. The rest of them are kind of, they've got like that dark, tangly hair. This one, he's kind of got some wisps to him. He looks more like this. He's got like a little ice staff, uncharacteristic of it, and he gives you a little snowball. It's like actual snow. It's like you haven't seen snow here ever.
Oh.
And you take it up, and it feels cool to the touch, but it's not melting. And you are flooded with the knowledge that you can choose between the clairvoyance one or the charm of snowball strike. So it has 5 charges, and as a bonus action, you can expend 1 charge to create a magic snowball in your hand and throw it. You need to have a hand free to hold the snowball. The snowball is a magic ranged weapon with which you are proficient. It has a range of 20 to 60, and it deals 1d4 cold damage. It's basically a dagger. And obviously you can add your strength modifier to it. You score a critical hit on a 19 or 20 for it. And if it does happen to be a critical hit, the target is blinded as you hit them in the face with the snowball until the end of its next turn. the spell vanishes immediately after you hit or miss with it, or at the end of your turn if you don't throw it. So yeah, like I said, I think technically it's really just like a temporary magic dagger, so it's probably not actually as good, but it is kind of funny.
It is pretty funny, yeah.
The snowball. I've never heard of this spell. This is hilarious.
Oh no, it's not a spell. It's just a thing.
Oh,
Yeah, it's not a like you can't counterspell this.
I do really like the idea of just like
Well-
chucking snowball at the Inquisitor and him being like, "What the fuck just happened?"
Yeah,
imagine
I
being
will
a
say,
snowball with a
for-
snowball.
you don't need to make the decision right now. We can wait to make the decision.
Okay.
All right, and then this is for Astro. It's gonna be really funny if they get the same exact thing.
Tasura, imagine getting the killing blow on the Inquisitor with a snowball.
Esther takes this one. They've got like it looks like a little piece of wood that they've carved into a circle to try and emulate like a coin. Like it looks like it's like a coin. And so she takes that and she looks at all of you and she's like, well, I mean, this one's a little bit better considering I can already do what the other one was. She says, it's basically super guidance 3 times.
Oh. Yeah, is it a D8?
And she can also choose to use it after the roll, but she can get a D10 to an ability check, attack roll, or saving throw. So it's pretty strong. Up to 300.
Yeah, that's significantly better.
Yep.
Yeah, no. That's good.
Well, so the Chewinga hang around with you. You guys do eventually go to sleep.
You should still sleep in shifts, or is it too late for that?
Oh no. You definitely could. I mean, technically you're in no rush. It's not like it's dark. Like it's the same light that it always is. So it's just whenever you're done resting, it's time to move on.
Right.
Because Ormos is constantly in a glow. They like get into like the silverware. They seem to really like forks. They start to like wield forks like weapons. And it looks like they don't want to give all of them back. You guys might just like lose a couple forks. It seems like more of them have the water guns. You're not sure when Tito is making them and handing them out. He kind of works fast sometimes. And they're spraying at things like rocks and each other. They seem to like them.
Yeah, this is definitely the correct sort of weapon to give them. Otherwise, this would have been a disaster.
Tito says, well, if they ever figure out how petroleum works, they are rated for fire, he says.
Oh, no. No.
I didn't give them any petroleum, he says. And he says, and I don't have any nitroglycerin.
Disconnected, or was that you?
You know what?
Oh, yeah, I somehow disconnected. That was weird. You guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
We're getting some background noise, though, I think, from someone.
And the tornado sirens just started going off, so I might mute more often.
Oh
no.
shoot!
I'll stay safe.
It's gonna be fine. I'll win.
That's fair, but
Well, we're almost done. I was gonna start the next scene and then and end it there since it's getting kind of late.
Mm-hmm.
The next morning, you guys wake up. You're fully rested, so you're able to regain all of the funny the funny amount of stuff that you needed to do during that. And you continue on to the last leg of your journey. And you arrive. Let me put you on the main map here. So you get to the other side, and lo and behold, there are absolutely massive like a log fort, but these were like the trees look like they were cut from some of the biggest trees you've ever seen. So they're massive. They're like several stories tall. They're all really tightly tied together. And it is encompassing a very large area. Like you start to see these. You heard that the city was at the end, and you start to see them almost like a mile or two from the tip of it. So it's like more than just like what you would expect a normal, like a small town or a fort. This is like several miles of these. You can continue sailing, see if there's an entrance at the front. And it looks like the fort, it doesn't just include the water, it goes through the land and it basically cuts off a huge section.
Hmm.
I guess actually, let me give you an exact amount. Let's say it's like 125 feet tall.
So there's a wall.
Yeah, but you're still what you would believe to be several miles away from where you were expecting to see the town, and it looks like it just keeps going along the shore for the entire bit of it. In fact, actually, parts of it look like it's like basically like right up to the water.
Okay.
Like there's not even like place to walk along the shore. It's like the water goes right up to it.
So I guess if I wanted to, now would be a good time to use clairvoyance. Just like peek through the other side of the wall.
You could. That would
I
100% work. Do you want to do that?
Yeah.
I don't know,
Do
should
that. Yeah, do that. Cinna, I'm gonna try to find a place to park.
Yeah, let's use it. Let's get like some help from our friends.
So that means you're not going with the snowball one?
The snowball one was really fun, but I see an immediate use for this one. So let's go ahead. I'll find a way to
So
get
this
to the
lets
snow
you
next
put
time.
it in an obvious location. So that means you can choose the height. Obviously, the higher that you choose, the more area you can see. But obviously, like you're further away. So
I mean, I got pretty good perception. Does my perception still like exist?
yeah. No, everything works as if it is, but it's as if you're there. So if
Okay.
you put it to like if you just put it on the other side, like looking forward, you'd just be able to see your normal stuff. But nothing's stopping you from putting it a mile up into the sky.
I'm putting it above the wall. Like the wall's 125 feet high, right?
Oh, so you just want to put it like you were standing on top of the wall?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because you could definitely do that. But with how far the walls go down, you can't even really see the end. So you wouldn't be able to see everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. but at least I will see what's
Um,
in this side of the wall.
yes. All right. So you do that. You look out, and what you actually see is farmland. It looks like they've completely converted the area on the other side of this wall into farmland. You see some strangely sophisticated farming stuff. You see greenhouses, um, as well as like normal farms. Everything looks very organized, um, and it looks like there's alternating crops, and it looks very efficient. Off in the distance, towards where you can see the end is, you can see a town. It looks like there's a town off in the distance, where the point of the two rivers meet. So you're assuming that where the two rivers are, where they reconnect, um, there's a town there. Um, and you do see a couple of people working the fields. They look like normal humans. Um,
You said that in
One
plain
other
French.
thing that you see when
I'm sorry.
um, you see like a crow or a raven standing on the wall, and you realize it's looking dead set at you guys. And you look at
Looking
it
at
for a
mud.
little bit as you're watching through your invisible.
You cut out, Tom.
Tom?
Whoa?
Sorry
Hello?
about that, guys.
Yeah, he
Um,
apparently
there
died. You
were,
want to be. What was
there
the
were
last name?
just quite a few gunshots outside of my apartment.
Oh,
What?
Wow.
Oh no.
Yeah, so that's not
they're
good.
coming for you.
Give me one moment. I will be right back.
Okay.
Well,
It just got really windy. I don't think it started raining yet, though. Or maybe it has. Who knows? You know, that's rain. So how about that airline food?
I know, right?
Right.
I was like thinking about it a while ago, right? But like, how good could first class be? Because all you're getting is like alcohol, but you're still getting like the same microwave food, aren't you?
All right, sorry. I just went to go check on my roommate and make sure that like none of my windows were busted in.
Right, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Good. Thankfully, nobody caught a stray.
Yeah, it doesn't look like anybody was hurt. I took a look out the window. You know, peered out, um, and I couldn't see anything. So probably just someone shooting up into the air. Um, so
Leftover fireworks.
honestly, like it very easily could have been that. Like that's what I'm used to hearing because around this time everybody sets off fireworks. Those were not fireworks.
Yeah.
Um. So yeah, you guys are being watched by a raven. Cinna, you've seen this a couple of times actually about birds that kind of act in this way. Um, you think that either it's some kind of familiar or it's one of those imps that turn into birds.
All right. So it's watching us, like our bodies, rather than my invisible eye. Right.
It does not appear as if it can see the invisible eye.
Okay, cool. I will tell the rest of the party that there's a bird up there watching us, and I will look up and wave at it.
While you're doing, like, as soon as I learn, I'm going to ritual cast Find Familiar. So it's gonna take me a bit, but
Okay. Do you want to wait to wave till he gets that casted up, or um,
yeah, I would wait because once I have it up, I will have a wonderful. It's gonna be a screech owl
Okay. Yeah, I'll wait then.
or some sort of jungle. You know what? One of them big forehead looking owls that live in the Amazon. That one.
Share with the class.
so you guys kind of go down the river slowly while you cast, and you summon the owl. Then do you wave?
Yeah. I look right up at it, or where I think it's gonna be, and I wave at it.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can follow, you can see it perfect. So it looks at you, and kind of is shocked. It kind of like responds in a way that a bird shouldn't if a person waved at it. You know, you wave at a bird, it doesn't do anything. This you can kind of tell like it reacts. And it highs or lows.
Can we get much higher?
No. So yeah, it flies down to you guys, and lands on one of the boats. And as it flies down, it turns into a little imp, and it says, "I should have guessed you guys would be able to figure me out since you're traveling with him." And points to the pigeon guy. Says, "I haven't seen a pseudo demon thing, whatever he is. He's got a couple imps flying around here too. So who are you people?"
We are just passing through. We're the Friends of Bubbles, and we just wanted to come here and visit this town over here.
He says, "Well,
Yep.
um, he says, well, we don't allow just anybody to get in. Who's Bubbles?"
Bubbles is okay. How much do you follow politics?
He says, "Oh, I follow it very closely."
Okay. Bubbles is the candidate for Ormos for becoming king of Aethervathy.
He's kind of got, and he just says, I don't know what any of those words mean.
Okay, so like there's a
Because I follow like the local government.
okay. So
We
like
have
there's
elections all the time.
all right. Makes sense. Makes sense. Like past the river, there's another community out there, right? You know about that one?
He says, "Oh yeah, those people."
Yeah, so like they're part of a bigger community, which is part of a bigger community, which is trying to uh choose a king, and Bubbles is one of those.
So you're the monarchists. Yeah,
guess.
yeah. I don't think I can let you guys in.
What's that?
He says, "Oh, we hate the monarchy."
Why?
He says, "Well, like, you know, uh, this whole place was set up to be away from all that."
Why?
He says, "We don't like to pay taxes."
I mean, aren't you I know you don't like paying taxes, but aren't you like paying for like
Rent?
aren't like people in the town like paying like giving up some of their stuff to like make sure that the rest of the town like thrives and starts growing and stuff? That's kind of like taxes.
He says, "No, we operate on a community basis. You know, you work, you get food, you put in, you know, to he
I
says
mean,
to
yeah,
each
you're giving up
according to
some of
the.
the food that you work to make, so that other people can give you other goods and services, right?
He says, no. It's not like that. If there's a job that needs to get done, we get it done, and then the rest of the time we don't work at all."
But aren't there always jobs to be done?
He says, I mean, yes and no. Like my job today is to, watch for any people coming in, because I'm really good at it, and usually people can't find me. He says, by the way, how did you see me? I was 150 feet up there.
I got good eyes.
Them
He says,
carrots.
yeah, I bet you do. Well, look, it sounds like you're coming here to tell us we need to pay taxes.
No, we weren't gonna say
Oh
that.
no.
We weren't gonna say that.
He says, "Oh, so you aren't here to install, nobility control?"
We aren't here to make you pay taxes.
Says that doesn't answer my question, but it does sound as if there's some other stuff. Well, look, you guys, you're traveling with a demon, so I'll go report this. It's to my higher ups, and they'll talk with you at the entrance.
All right, cool. Hey, what's your name, friend?
What?
He says that his name is
Knee meat.
huh?
Me meat.
Knee meat.
Me meat.
From what?
You know, from your knees. The meat.
Oh, knee meat.
Yeah.
From
Yeah,
from what? Whose knees are in the
Wait,
surge?
is this-
yeah, he says for the most part, he says that my given name, the family name, is Brimstone's son, but my first name is John.
Oh, John Brimstoneson. Have you met Warwick
Yes.
Johnson?
Have I met who?
This dude's Luna's familiar.
He looks over, and he says, "No, is that a familiar? Can it talk?"
Can you do talk?
It just stares.
He says, "Well, good. I mean, you're already traveling with a giant pigeon that can talk. It'd be kind of weird if you had other animals that could talk."
Hide the fish.
Yeah. Um, the fish opens and closes its mouth like what fish do.
Oh no, not this again. Yep, I was definitely high last night, guys. But I can definitely become a ghost. So maybe part of it was real.
So it flies up, and you guys go around to the front, assuming you listened to him.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you wanted to do before you went over?
You can just go in, right?
Yeah.
You can just go in, yeah, because you can be ethereal if you want to. But I feel like we should make a good first impression.
Oh, I guess
And
it's...
then, yeah, if they aren't.
I like
super
the idea
receptive-
of you guys just immediately burning all of the temporary gifts. Just like immediately.
Mhm.
I literally can't.
Yeah.
Oh, true.
Um. So you guys go around, and where the land kind of stops at the very tip, or before it fully gets to the point at the end, like the little peninsula, it seems as if the wood and the poles continue out into the river. And you actually have to sail a little bit further out, and you can see underneath certain parts of the wood, there's a break into where there's a metal grate underneath the water, so water can go in and out. But so there's water on the other side, so it looks like it's connected, and that it's cordoned off a section of the river as well. There is a small gate at the very end, and with like a little platform to like kind of stand on, and a door. So the gate obviously is to allow small boats in and out, and then there's a little platform with a door for you to be able to walk into the other side. And standing there waiting, you see the little imp again, John Brimstone's son. And he says, "Oh, I passed on the message. They'll be here shortly, but I was told not to let you in until they get here."
I'm sorry, who? Also, who are you, good sir?
They're John Brimstone's son.
Yeah, I say I'm John Brimstone's son.
Sorry.
I'm in charge today of security. And then we have 2 members of our council are going to come and speak with you.
Okay.
He says, every single month we elect a council member to replace one of the other ones. So there are 4 council members. If there's ever a tie, it goes to a general vote, he says.
Okay, so it's a runoff after you voted for the 4.
He says, no. So every month we vote, because there's 4 months in a year, he says.
Mm-hmm.
So every month we vote on a new council member to replace the pre. So we've got the fall council member, the summer council member. It's not like an aesthetic thing. Everybody always thinks it's an aesthetic thing. Like it's like a fairy court thing where it's like, oh, well, the winter one has to act like this. It's like, no. That's just when they were elected.
Okay.
I thought it was
Anyway,
a position.
So each one is elected, and then you're able to serve for that month, and then if at the next year, if people like you, they'll re-elect you, and you can be re-elected to any month up to 4 times, he says, with the exception of the 2 founders who are going to talk to you. They can be elected up until they lose. So they've been written in as extra ones.
It doesn't seem all that fair.
And they represent the fall and the summer months. But again, it's not like an aesthetic thing. I just want to make sure that's very clear. You have no idea how often you adventurers come through here, and we bring up how the government's set up, and they're like, "Are you sure? Like the winter one's not going to come out, and he's not going to be dressed in like a winter coat?" And it's like, "No, it's hot year round here. There's no seasons." He says. Why would we set it up that way? He just seems very like exasperated about it.
I have a strong.
He says, and then we also have the judges. We elect the judges to a 4-year term, and their job is to adjudicate disagreements, but they actually kind of gave up on that power, and the council just kind of does it now. So it's mostly a symbolic role. Like if there's like an execution, you need to have it was one of the original rules that isn't gotten rid of.
You cut out. right at the end.
Yeah.
When you
Yeah.
said, ah.
He's not here in here.
Mm.
He's like gone. But I have a strong desire to sow discontent within these people.
Yeah,
I still want to see what happens.
I just want to state that this is the exact same as our government that we work
Yeah.
for.
It is.
No, it's like almost carbon copy, except like their democracy and we're
They have like
constitutional monarchy.
they have
Every
elections.
90 days they
but,
have an
like,
election.
Okay, every 90 days they have an election. But like the two like super electorates, the two super presidents can just like stay there for as long as possible. And
He says,
I want
"Oh
to.
no! If they lose the election, then they're out."
Have
Who
they
counts the
ever
votes?
lost? Have they ever lost?
He says, "Oh no, they're incredibly popular."
Who counts the votes?
He says, well, generally, it's a secret ballot, and he thinks about it and he says, I don't think it's the same person every time.
So you
So
don't
it
know
could
who
be-
counts the votes. You don't like.
He says, "Well, I mean, I've never thought of, but it's just like a job someone has. I can go check. It's all recorded. No, there's a lot of people that live in here. I don't have time to do everybody's job."
Okay.
He says, if you're insinuating that the votes are faked, they're definitely not. They're very popular.
Okay. I'm just asking questions. I don't want to insinuate anything.
He says, although now that I think about it, they kind of balance each other out, he says. You know, they don't necessarily really get along. I mean, they do, but they don't. Like, you know, it's almost as if, like, if there were political parties, you know, which we don't have, because, you know, that it could cause problems. But if there were political parties, there would be two of them, and they would head both of them. So I guess they probably both keep each other honest, and that's probably why it hasn't been an issue.
Two-party system. It's never gonna work.
He says, but like, you know, sometimes, you know, someone will like theoretically like the two other slots may both support one, in which case then they have a majority, and you know, that'll go through because the next election is always going to be one of the other two, so it doesn't change. So really, you have basically half a year to get a lot of stuff done before you try and flip it and get one more person back. So that's been a lot of fun during those times because, you know, you get a lot done, you know, once you have political control, but then you always know, like, the next time it could be someone else, he says. This is much better than the system that we had when I was in hell.
What was that?
There, you just had one of the princes or something, you know, whatever they were called, would be in charge, and they just tell you what to do. He says, he says that at one point he was traveling through the shogun's territory, and they just, like, I don't know, man. They were kind of weird.
Which sin is the shogun related to?
I believe they are gluttony.
Okay. So, like, mukbang all the time
Mukbang
there.
shoguns.
Okay.
Well, yeah. So they should be here any second.
I apologize. Shogun is greed.
Oh, okay.
The sheik is gluttony.
He says, "Do you have any other questions about how our government works?"
You were very.
He says, "I can keep talking about this for hours if you let me." He says.
Lunu trying to stay
Yeah, sure.
awake.
So if your two main people always disagree with each other, isn't like one of them always trying to
Oh, he says,
undercut
no.
the?
They don't always disagree. They just have different political views.
Okay, and there isn't like an issue where one of them like tries to put something in action and the other one comes in and reverses it, and then they go back and forth for a long ass time.
Oh, I mean that could happen. But again, like if there's a tie, which a lot of contentious points go to ties, there's then a general vote.
Okay.
And so they need to convince the general population if they can't decide amongst themselves.
And like, how long has your council been in place for?
He thinks for a little bit, and he says, well, that big disaster when a bunch of angels and demons started showing up and going crazy.
Okay, yeah.
He says, well, not all of us got sent back.
Yeah, that was gonna be awkward.
Hmm.
To say the least.
Yep.
So, about then, he says, some people were talking about, oh, well, if you go up into the River Kingdoms, you can go hang out on a place called Mount Jacqueline, or if you can sneak up into Frostguard, they don't murder you, you can sneak across the border and get back into hell. But it kind of seemed like a lot of work. And here, we showed up. There are monsters out there. He points out into the woods. Like I've lived in hell. That place is scary. Pointing to the woods. But our leaders here have created a really nice place for us to all live. A spirit of cooperation, he says, and he puts his hands together.
All right.
Yeah, that does seem pretty cool.
Yep. We'd like to speak to your leaders in a little bit, if that's okay, or at least,
He says, "Oh yeah, they should be here in a moment." And if you don't have anything else to ask, we can skip to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So after a little bit, you hear a boat on the other side, and some people get out. And what comes through the little door to the dock that you're currently up against
Mm-hmm.
are two creatures.
Oh boy.
Steven.
Wake up, buddy.
You dying on me?
I think he's snoring. I don't.
Does anybody have his phone number?
I did think that was like a chihuahua or something.
I don't know if I have it.
It's
It's
even.
getting kind of late.
I guess we kick him.
Yeah, I think we gotta kick him.
I mean, we're almost done. He was just talking.
Look, Tom, I've done this before with him. If it's
I know.
like after 10 p.m. and you're
Yeah.
trying to talk to him, he is
Yeah, Connor, kick him. I'll
disconnect. Okay. This will be. I'm putting this up. This is staying in the recording.
Yeah, keep it, please.
I was gonna say, like literally, the funniest part about it is, and I'll give you a little bit of spoiler. The two things were gonna come out. I was gonna describe them, and then we were gonna end. So he made it 99.5% of the way. So two things walk out. One is a Kirin, which it kind of looks like a horse dragon thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other, at first look, looks almost like an angel, But then you notice they've got horns and red wings and almost like a demonic aura around them. So they walk out, and that's where we'll cut it today.
Bum bum bum.
All right.
You guys will need to talk to the leaders of the village.
Yep. Plugs. Hey, Hey everybody, this is Blair Audina. One set Venty 79 on social media. I play Pokemon. I'm a Steven. That was really nice, Steven. That was good.
Guys, what if he's seeing the sleep paralysis demons? Because we put the idea into his head.
He hasn't had the Benadryl yet. He can't see the Hat Man.
Yeah. No Benadryl, so no Hat Man.
Yep. This is Connar / Boosh / your Lunu this session. Follow me on the social media, Boosh at Conjoined Artist, Instagram, Blue Sky, at Con the Artist on Twitter. And then you can also follow me here on Discord. Join our Discord group, subscribe on YouTube. Gonna pass it over to Austin.
Hey, you can find me @Octo_Os on Twitter. And I'll be doing things. Actually, I need to talk to you, Connar, after the game. Let's bring it to Tasura.
Yeah, hi, I'm Tasura. I'm here. I'm vibing. I'm chilling. I'm not being plagued by several constant sleep paralysis demons at this moment in time. But yeah, I exist. I'm in places. And Tom.
Hi, I'm Tom. My plug for today is, man, wouldn't it be great if we had sensible gun regulation in this country? And I could play D&D without gunshots outside of my house.
Yep.
You guys weren't expecting a serious one today.
No, we weren't. I thought you were gonna be like, this episode was sponsored by the Hat Man.
Oh, no. It's definitely Benadryl. Hands down. We're plugging Benadryl today.
Yeah.
No more seriousness. It's just Benadryl.
All right. Good night, everybody.
I'll never get our Benadryl sponsorship now.
Yep. Night, everybody.